Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Why 2023 was the warmest year on record and what happens now? So the news is related to a recent announcement by the European Climate Agency. What they have said is that this 2023 is the warmest year and it has overtaken the 2026, which was considered as warmest year since the start of the industrial revolution. So this is what the news is about. Let's look into how the news has been related to examination. Under prelims, the news is related to Indian geography, Indian as well as world geography, and also the same time GS paper 1 under a topic called geography and through a subtopic called important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. So under this topic only the news has been related with. Okay, let's look into the details of the news. Europe's Copernicus Climate Change Service, what they have said is that 2023 was the warmest year on record, which is surpassing the 2016, which is considered as the warmest year. And this 2023 was 1.48 degrees Celsius warmer when compared to 1850-900 time period. And it is warmer than 2016 time period by 0.17 degrees Celsius. And at the same time, World Meteorological Organization during 2023 November, what they have said is that this they have given the earlier prediction in the November itself, what they have said is that this 2023 is going to be the warmest year on record because of the high heat waves as well as the climate extreme climate related events that has been happening across the globe, and then the rising temperature also contributed to large number of extreme weather events, like in the case of heat waves, floods, droughts, wildfires, etc. This kind of things have been happening around the globe throughout the year in different parts of the country, and 2023 was the first time that every day within the year exceeded the 1 degree Celsius above above 1815 to 900 time period. And at the same time 50% of the day were more than the 1.5 degrees Celsius, and the 2 days in November were for the first time more than 2 degrees Celsius, which is the goal under which we have to limit the rising temperature as provided under the Paris Deal 2015. So this doesn't mean that this 1 year time period where most of the days where the temperature is above 1 degree Celsius and nearly 50% of the days where the temperature is above 1.5 degrees Celsius. This 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius are the limits that has been set under, as I said, Paris Deal. But this doesn't mean that the plan has breached the target that has been fixed under Paris Deal. Why? Because these thresholds, if this threshold has been breached, or the temperature that has been recorded every year has reached 1.5 degrees Celsius or more than 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2 degrees Celsius for the longer period, that is to say for 20 to 30 years, means then it is considered as the failure of the Paris Deal, because the calculation of this deal will be made like that only, not for the particular year where the temperature has reached the 1.5 degrees Celsius. If it is going to breach that 1.5 degrees Celsius for a long period of 20 to 30 years, means then it is considered as it is considered as the failure of the Paris Deal. And as a part of the extreme climate events, the sea ice extent in Antarctica got plummeted to new low this year, and it reached the annual maximum of 16.96 million square kilometer, which was 1.03 million square kilometer less than the previous record, which was set in 1986. And what are all the drivers that is the reason for this kind of extreme weather events? Is first and foremost is the increased greenhouse gas emission in the atmosphere. Secondly, the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide gets traps the sun's energy in the earth system before it escapes into the space or the solar system. Thirdly, since the industrial revolution the greenhouse gas emissions has got increased, and the rate of increase has got exponentially raised because of increased industrial activities. And then the carbon dioxide concentration in 2023 were 2.4 parts per million higher than 2022, and at the same time methane concentration got increased by 11 parts per billion. So these are all the different drivers for increased heat waves, and then the increased temperature that has recorded in the 2023. And at the same time, the onset of El Nino in the later part of the year has also triggered or fueled the already increased temperature. And then what does this El Nino? El Nino is nothing but the warming of the surface water in the equatorial Pacific Ocean, and it will be having a rampant effect on the global temperature and the global climate related events. So this is what the drivers, and this is what the news with relation to the increased temperature or the increased global temperature during the 2023 as said by the European weather agencies about. And what could happen now or in the future? The scientists have said that the 2024 could be warmer than 2023. Why? Because it is also possible that the next year may surpass the 1.5 degrees Celsius warming threshold. And the World Meteorological Organization has also said is that between the period 2023 and 2027, one year is going to be, any 1 year is going to reach that 1.5 degrees Celsius, which has also been said by WMO. And a long-term breach of the 1.5 degree limit would unleash the weather-related events or many disasters like frequent as well as severe droughts, heat waves, and extreme rainfall. To prevent this, what the article is mentioning is, to prevent this, the global countries should act in tandem, so that they need to cooperate with each other to ensure that the common goal of this limiting the climate change with the temperature within the 1.5 degrees Celsius is achieved. So this is what the thing is about. So what need to be studied further is, we should be aware of what is World Meteorological Organization, what is United Nations Framework for Convention on Climate Change, and then what is Indian Meteorological Department. So these are all the things which we needed to be further aware of, and with this we have reached the end of this topic.